Thanks for stopping by to see what I'm up to today. Today I've been playing with a few gadgets. It's kind of the origin of my channel. This one happens to be a Seed Studio unit that has Meshtastic and a GPS unit. The GPS antenna is down in there. You probably can't see it. And I got a MusiWorks antenna on it. And I have one that looks just like this, where I have an IR repeater to help me with my Max Air fan. The other day Mike made a video and he was talking about how you can easily build a battery pack. Although that's not his choice, it's something that he did at one point. You can easily build a battery pack with 3 18650 batteries. And actually this unit, I've redone it since then, but this unit was one of the first projects I ever did on YouTube. This is located on printables still. People are still using this power supply, battery power supply, and I'll put it down below here where you can find it on printables. I'll put where I believe his name is Josh, where you can find the other Tuftin, I can't ever pronounce that word. Parts for the QMX, QRP Labs radios. These guys are making really great stuff. I believe one of the gentlemen's name is Ara. I'll post their websites here as well. And what it is 3 18650 batteries inside here in a triangular form with a BMS off Amazon that produces around 12 volts, not much more than 12 volts, 11.8, 11.4, it settles down. That's what I'm happy using with my QMX since I blew up the first one that I built. I don't use this a whole lot, but boy is it handy. It is in fact a protective case. The buttons fit down in there, and a stand. You can't see that right now, but you see how it's shaped, how it would give you a good view from a sitting angle. This is overhead of the QMX. Let me show you what that looks like. This is how I carry my QMX around. It's how I used to carry my QCX around. And I don't know who makes this bag. I think it's 511 or Maxpedition. I can't use this anymore as a case because I have these acorn nuts for touch paddles. If you had this case without these, you slide it right on in there and you would be able to take the radio out, place the knobs straight down in those holes. I can't do that. But it still has uses for me in that it provides power. It's in practice mode. I don't have to worry about it transmitting. So let's just turn it on. There you go. If you didn't have these, or you made nice little cutouts, I haven't bothered with that because it works just like it is. Put this away. This is one of my favorite radios. I like to think that I'm careful with it. So this is a little pigtail that I just made up using a DC barrel jack. Put them together. Again, ordered these from Amazon. Put them together. They stay with the case. It's a little, I wouldn't say fragile, but if you're not careful, you will break these off. 3mm hex screws with the inserts. I place those inserts with a regular soldering iron. There are attachments for your soldering iron. When placing those, be careful not to get 3D printing filament material as it heats up into the threads. And like I said, this is one of the first projects that I ever came to YouTube with, and you see that up there. There'll be a little tag. It's just a bit fragile after so many years. Be careful taking it apart. Here's my Kapton tape, and these are the original batteries, 3 18650 batteries that I've connected to this charge controller, and I believe it's called a 3S charge controller. And then I've connected to this DC barrel jack. Let's get her back together. That's what it looks like inside, and those are the inserts. May not be exactly pretty, but it works. because I'm trying to put it in the wrong way. There we go. Since I've been manhandling it, let's check. "12 volts, exactly what I want on there to work with the QMX or the QCX. Well, how do you charge that thing, Bill? I am no battery expert. I do know some basic concept. This is a bioanode battery. Yes, it's wrapped in black, but that was me playing with different shrink wraps. This is a bioanode battery, and it's running right at 13 volts. I am able to take this bioanode battery and plug it in here, and this bioanode battery at 13.8 charges this set of three 18650s well enough. Well, actually, that's how I charge it. So you saw earlier that I had 12.1 on this. This will charge it up. I don't think it overloads it. By all means, do all your homework on your own, buy your own charger, whatever you need to do. But I'm able to charge this homemade power supply made up of three 18650 batteries and a BMS. And this BMS can handle this bioanode battery running at nominal, look that word up, nominal power, and charge it. Now, it may be about 12.345 when I finally take it off the charger. I never leave it unattended, but it settles back down to around 11.8 or 12, as you saw earlier, 12.1. Then I hook, so this is the same DC barrel jack that I was using to plug into the QRP Labs radio. And then when I disconnect it, I check the charge, and then I put this back on the charger. And there we go. Nice little case, battery system, power supply for the QMX or the QCX. Thanks for stopping by.